Here we are, Wednesday, June 8th. I was about to say 28th, Lord. I woke up feeling good. I just, I woke up feeling good. Thank you, God. Because yesterday it was rough because I ain't getting no sleep like that. But, yeah, I got y'all looking at the backyard where it's not cosmetically looking good by appearances, but it's good. Shit, y'all, moving over to the other yard. Other part of the yard, excuse me, not other yard. Anyway, I'm gonna have to go in my junk drawer real quick and be able to yeah, go in my junk drawer because I'm looking for something important. But like I was saying, woke up feeling good today. Thinking I might go out and get in the jacuzzi early in the morning. I don't know. Early this morning, should I say. Nigga rig it up to where they can't really peer in there and see me be in my business. And if I don't throw these broken sunglasses away, I'm just steady trying to hold on to them. Um, but yeah, I had a couple, had some dreams this morning that just all like ran together, one after another. Of course, I don't get to understand them, but I at least wrote them down. And one of the dreams I was getting in a pool or getting out of a pool or something like that, and I was putting on the bathing suit that I have now. A bathing suit that I had ordered off of Amazon. Um, yeah, I'm just swishing around in this drawer trying to see what I need to find. Trying to find what I need to find. And had some other dreams. This is, of course, since my late grandma's boy, when she was still alive, the boyfriend that she had, and again, they had dated before. She dated this guy back in the day when he was younger, and she dated him when they got older and stuff like that, or whatever they call it. I don't know, courting, dating, I don't know. And of course, he recently came by my house trying to tell me that his mom was dead and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay. I mean, she's an 80-some-year-old woman, and again, I don't be trying to sound insensitive. I think it does, but at the same time, it's not meant to be taken that way. It's just meant to okay. For one, I'm not connected to you bloodline, and honey, the ones that I'm connected bloodline to, I don't want to be dealing with them like that. So, But anyway, this dream come what is this? 2 days after he came, and then so in this dream it was me and one of my so-called siblings, previously called siblings, previously known siblings, was going into this old house where I used to live, where I grew up, where with my late grandma. Went to school there and everything or whatever. But yeah, grew up there, and we were walking in the door. We was pulling up, got out, getting ready to walk in the door. I saw a broken fish tank. It was a big old fish tank, nice size, and it was just had like, it wasn't broken into pieces, but it was like the it's got four sides, right? So then like two or three of the sides of glass was missing, but it was like still, the glass was still laying somewhere near the fish tank. Basically, like it was trash and it needs to be put out to the curb. It was an empty fish tank, no water, no nothing. Of course, it really can't hold water if it's broken. So, definitely reminds me of a fish tank that my grandma would have, because she'll fix some stuff up. She'll have an empty fish tank, honey. No fish in it, just to have it as decoration. I guess that's to show you made it when you got some kind of fish tank in your house. Some type of whatever, type of water, whatever. But anyway, saying that, and then, oh yeah, I don't know if I had a vision or something, or if it was a dream last night that, like, a white car, it could have been like an undercover police car, just some kind of car with some kind of type of authorities riding past, right over here where these cars are riding past. Right over there, just kind of going slow, riding past or whatever. I don't know. Probably trying to. All I can say is trying to observe, be nosy or whatever. Maybe like an unmarked. But anyway, there was a fish tank in the yard, and there was some handcuffs. I don't think they was even locked or anything like that, but it was a pair of handcuffs. They looked like tinged with blue, some kind of blue or something like that. I don't know. Or I explain it. But they were like draped over like a sign. Let's just say it looked like a sign, either a for sale sign, or it looked like it was a sign that, like, when you come into the neighborhood, well, I guess like a sign that should be right here in this area, they want to put over there in that area, that keeps saying or whatever. But yeah, like a welcome sign coming to the neighborhood, something like that. But anyway, I couldn't see no wording or nothing on it. I just seen the handcuffs draped over, and like these were not the regular handcuffs. This was like handcuffs that was connected with a longer chain link. So they were like either cut in half or something like that. And they were open and they were just draping over. And I think my grandma was saying she gonna keep those or whatever, just as a reminder, I guess, of what she had already made it through or something like that. I don't know. I guess she had once been locked up in those things, and then, she was keeping them as a reminder for some reason. So then we were getting ready to walk. So that was the two things we saw outside. I don't know what kind of vehicle we pulled up in. We was getting ready to go out. I think it might have been. Uh, I don't know if it was snow on the ground. I think it was something like that. And the sibling, she was going in first, going in the door. Then I was going in right behind her, and then Grandma was coming in after us. And we were walking into the house and go in and see people, like, it was kind of fancy. People was serving or getting ready to set a meal out or whatever, set a table for her. I'm guessing for her or whatever. I'm assuming for her. Then her ex-husband, when she was alive, she had this young guy that she married. He came out, white suit, maybe like a white. The top was white. I don't know if the bottom was black, but definitely I remember the jacket was white. Then he had some yellow sunglasses where they was, uh, yellow tint sunglasses, and he was just proud of himself. He was doing something for her or whatever, preparing tables and stuff like that. having a table prepared because he wasn't really doing it. He looked shorter than I remember in the dream, but I don't know. And he wasn't really even aware that we was there or whatever. But cause I think he was just so focused on what he was trying to plan. And so we walked in and we just kind of stopped right there because we seen it. We didn't want to walk in the midst of that. And trying to see what else is going on. That was it really for that dream. We walked in and she was behind us, but I didn't get her reaction because I don't know if she even got all the way in to see. We stopped there in like awe and just like, what is going on here? And that was that. And I woke up. But before that, I had some dream being at some pool, and like I said, I was getting ready to put on a bathing suit that I have now, and do something. Then I went into a bathroom. Bathroom was really, really clean. That's what I do remember. It just didn't have a shower curtain up. And it didn't have a shower curtain up. And then the toilet, everything was clean, but it had like if you buy the Ajax or what is it, Palmolive or Dawn dishwashing liquid, it didn't have a label on it, so I couldn't tell which one, but one of those was like laying in the toilet. It's almost like you could squirt it down into the toilet or whatever, but it was laying down in the toilet like half full of some yellowish liquid. I don't get that it was pee, but I don't know. Could have been. um, and it was kind of maybe soapy, and I don't know, just like you would be. It seemed like you would put dish detergent liquid in the. It might need to be what I need to do, but put dish detergent liquid in the toilet for some reason. I don't know. All these city of Greensboro, I mean city of yeah, all these city trucks and stuff keep passing by, getting on my nerves. Which that's so funny because my previously known stepdad, he works for the city, and last I knew anyway, and in my dream, I had like a book bag, and he was saying something about he'll pay me 50 cents every time I wake him up. Um, wake him up. And it's like, what? I'm not waking nobody up, not and to get paid. No, baby. Look, that's how I'm feeling. Like, But honey, let me tell you something. If I know I need something, and it requires, some financial type stuff, maybe you gonna have to do what you gotta do. If it's not too strenuous and it's not, what I'm saying, I'm gonna say too, if it's what you're supposed to be doing, and if it's a person that's for the most part trustworthy, but I don't know, something be off about these folks, and I'll just be like, can't do it. But anyway, that's what he was saying, and I seen like some quarters and stuff in some backpack that I had. Then it was some other female that wanted me to wake her up and whatever. So yesterday I got past those feelings of feeling whatever I was feeling. I realized, of course, that one of them so-called, I don't call them my neighbors, but these people in the vicinity of near here is back and Lord, and being loud, and I don't want to say making herself known, but that's just her natural loud talking, just always hey boo and just loud. And then she got this distinct laugh or whatever. But anywho, realizing she's back or whatever, I just be like, how in the hell do y'all move out of here and then y'all come back? How and why would y'all even decide to come back over here? What is wrong with y'all? I just don't get it. But anywho, that and oh yeah, I watched Taken From Me, the Tiffany Rubin story. And I look back on the old one and I'm like, that's crazy. I watched that or whatever with Taraji and I watched it over 2 or 3 days because for some reason I just didn't want to see it. I don't think I wanted to see another story about a kid being taken from some parent or whatever the case was. I seen the Halle Berry one. It was a Halle Berry. I don't know which one it was, but I think some type of way she was trying to get her child back. Doing see all these city vehicles. but doing some kind of chase or whatever. I just wasn't in the mood for it, and especially with what has been going on regarding my daughter and stuff like that, displaced and all that, and even linking up with her, but uh, but her not choosing to stay here. So that man out there cutting his grass. So no, that's right. But not choosing to stay here and all that or whatever. And oh Lord have mercy. Um, so I didn't want to see that. But anyway, I ended up watching the rest of it yesterday, and of course, she got her son back and she made it to him. He did that deep undercover work herself and all that, and she made it to him. um, she should have said, you did all that to come over here to another country and all that. After her son been gone for like 5 months or something like that. Yeah, I might as well let you have him. But yeah, she did all that work to get over there, get her child and stuff. Of course, that had me in my emotions. So I'm like, man, any mother would and should regarding their child, their children. And I feel like I've been doing it in a different type of way. Of course, the spiritual way. I haven't been the natural because I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe because I never signed up to like fight with him or anything like that. But I didn't know that I was already initiated in with me sleeping with him, having a baby with him, this, that, and the third. And then to top it off, the icing on the cake is when my so-called mom told me to take out child support on him. This was after he had got out of jail. I'm in prison, not jail. Because he was gone for that whole year when she was first here. And then when he came back, give him some time. I think he kept been back. I think I did it in February of 2008 or 9. I don't know. But when he when he came back, I was giving him time to go ahead and help and do this and do that or whatever. His so-called mom was doing stuff, buying little stuff, but as far as, handing me money for what I needed for her in the house, no, they was just trying to do it that way or whatever. So anyway, that's when my mom encouraged me to go ahead and take him out for child support. And she said, that he needed to pay for daycare and this, that, and the third, which, I think a parent should be able to teach and tell their child and God, but I don't know if it was just some kind of misguidance and if it was based on what she's done and what she's been through and this, that, and the third. But I did it, and after that, I guess he felt a type of way, and it's just like, and it was, of course, it wasn't nothing but like $50 a month, and he started over time. He started feeling spiteful. Over time, he was a drug dealer, and he was bringing in, I guess, some money or whatever. But I was never in his pockets. I just wanted what was for my household, baby. I didn't care. But a lot of people around town was trying to tell me to report back and all this, and I'm like, oh, okay, well that's good or whatever. I just want what comes for my house for my child. And so anyway, that went crazy or whatever, and of course her, now she's what I call this place. She's somewhere, somewhere. God knows her location. Let's leave it at that. But and for the first time, I didn't necessarily even want to know where's the residence and this, that, and the third. As long as I see my child for good and safe and this, that, and the third, that's what I was concerned about. I'm like, girl, you done been over there in the trenches and places where they done shot up the place and stuff like that, and you still want to remain. So I'm like, you must like something over there, or either again, of course, brainwashed. Just like in the movie, the dad had then told the son that the mom didn't want him, and trying to make him his best friend. You my best friend, and this that was creepy. Really creepy. And then the man that they had play it anyway, he's a creepy dude, in my opinion. And so if you've seen the movie, you know what happened or whatever. But I just started when she got her son back and reached him. I just started crying. Then the person that was willing to risk and help her, it was just so amazing. Like sometimes you really do got to do the work because the system is not trying to help you. The system is, I guess designed as a general and an overall system to do the same thing for each individual family. But individual families have different stuff going on. They don't have the same um, issues or concerns going on. So, no, you can't resolve mine like you resolve theirs. You don't know what I'm dealing with. So, anyway, I just started crying, crying, crying. And that kind of made me feel better from yesterday, whatever I was feeling. Still feeling a little emotional this morning, but I'm feeling better. I don't know. I guess I needed to cry or whatever for whatever reason, and was boo-hooing. And then I went on to the Kamaya Mobley and Shannara Mobley and stuff like that, and seen that. I was trying to look at some updated stuff about that because that was crazy, kind of crazy. It was just the way that the girl was coming off, like that's still my mama and this, that, and third. And of course, her mentality. That's who raised her, so that's who feels like that's your parent and stuff like that. But you really strongly overlooking the fact that that lady kidnapped you and stole you. And now how y'all managed to allow that, I can see it because I can see when they take your children and stuff like that to somewhere, somewhere else and out the room and stuff like that, then that can happen. And the lady was young and all that or whatever. But of course, I guess her real dad was on the news saying some stuff. But where was you at when, watching and making sure that this didn't occur? Of course. But anyway, that's a whole different ball game. Then she turned out, the lady named her somebody else's last name, a man that she claimed to have gotten pregnant by, and this, that, and the third, and they raised her. And, oh Lord, he believed it, and he paid child support. Baby, that lady did not come to play. She was something. She was sitting up on that stand. She going bald head. If she wasn't going bald head before, she was going bald on that stand that day. I mean, it really was showing her true colors. Like, you a bald head wench. And so, anyway, I don't fully understand. I don't fully expect the younger girl the one who was raised by her, to feel like how the mom felt because she was raised. And that's similar to how I feel regarding my daughter. Like, it's a female over there trying to raise my daughter as hers and stuff like that. Her so-called grandma, I didn't, I expected certain things from that end, her dad's side and stuff like that, but I didn't expect nobody to take over and try to take over my responsibility. And I strongly feel and know you didn't have any girls, so, oh, I wanted girls and I got boys. Okay, well, that's on you. You don't get to take mine. And so now her son, to me, he has just given my daughter over to her. And, to me, even though she's still alive, it's still like oh Lord, just seen that infamous number, but it's still like a sacrifice. Yeah, I seen it on that bus that rode by. But anyway, it's like a sacrifice to me, like you giving her over and you don't know what can happen because that's not her mom. And you're doing that while her mom is still living. So it's spiteful. It's spiteful. Like I said, I can't say he operating in error because I don't know. I don't get that. Whether it's just he's not or whether it's just he is and I just ain't made aware of it. Because before I was made aware of when he was. But anyway, you're doing it despite me, definitely. And to an extent, I feel like it's despite my own so-called mom or whatever. Because whatever feeling she have had, that's my daughter's oldest, whatever. Whatever feeling she may have had that, maybe y'all were beneath her and y'all only good enough for whatever. So to try to show yourself improve to her and stuff like that, maybe that's where I'm gonna stop talking about it because it just gets disgusting to me. Like the reasons for so-called portraying to raise my daughter are for some selfish reasons. Granted, it's my daughter, just like this Kamaya girl was getting some healthy things in those places and stuff like that, some non-toxic. But that's still not her reality. Guess what? If your reality, I'm not trying to be funny or nothing, but if your reality is meant to be toxic directly because of your parents, then I don't want to say that's what it should be, but that's what you should be enduring and trusting and seeking God to come out. I'm not telling you need to stay there, but trusting God to bring you out. Not your so-called parents or, which again, one of his parents is dead now, as of last year. But not your so-called parents or people or whatever to do it for you. I'm not saying that they're not there to help you, but You know, it's just ways to be done as far as what my understanding is. And so, it's just something nasty to me. It's disgusting. And any female that would sit there and help her so-called son, well, not even help her son, but try to keep my daughter and use her son when she want to, as, hey, you know, this is how I'm gonna see the child. Because, and I understand that's my son's child too. I understand that whole sentiment. But to keep a child away from their mom just because you want to hold on to something, that part I have not gotten to the understanding. I don't give a damn, because if that child has a living mother that's still wanting to do and be there and all of that, and ain't been no day, and I don't care if I did walk away and this, not like that, I didn't, but then let your son do that. And so she be trying to be his, like Blueface said, be trying to be his girlfriend, his baby mama, his whatever else she can be. And ultimately, honey, if she felt like my daughter was getting in the way, then, you know, of her and her son, her so-called son's relationship, then it'll be turned towards the animosity or subtlety or whatever, be turned towards her as well, if it's not already, to be honest. So, and I seen some of it already coming. She was already, when my daughter would be there, hey, you talk to your dad, trying to find out stuff through my daughter, what was going on with her so-called, yeah, because my daughter would have a close relationship with her dad. He gonna probably feel like he can, like that man feeling like best friend on there, he gonna feel like he could tell his daughter more than he could tell his mom, to a certain extent. And even that with boundaries. But and then she'll start feeling jealous and stuff. Like, she already didn't like me. My daughter looks